right, friends, welcome to you all around the world. Welcome to Follow the Money Radio. So grateful to have you here along for the ride. My name is Jerry Robinson, founder here at followthemoney.com, a trend trading coach and investor. Love to help people just like you learn how to trade and how to invest. And that's what we do right here at followthemoney.com. We got tons of resources, both free and premium, right here at followthemoney.com. Now, today's episode, number 442, we're going to be getting into the topic of how to profit from the AI boom. So you've very likely been hearing a whole lot about AI or artificial intelligence. And today, exciting episode here. We have a real treat in store for you because we're going to be talking about this captivating world of artificial intelligence, or as we know it, AI. Now, believe me when I say that AI is not just some buzzword. It's a real game changer, and it's shaping the very fabric of our future. And I would imagine if you're like most people, you're wondering, what exactly is AI? I mean, you're somewhat familiar with it, but don't worry, because we're going to embark on a journey that's really designed to demystify the concept of AI and really reveal its potential. And it's pretty incredible. So fasten your seatbelts, get ready to expand your knowledge, and let's dive right in. All right, so imagine a world where machines possess the power to understand, learn, and make decisions. A world where the boundaries between human and machine intelligence blur. Welcome to the era of artificial intelligence, a revolution that is reshaping industries, transforming our lives, and challenging the very essence of what it means to be intelligent. And so today, on this podcast episode, we're going to embark on a journey to explore the extraordinary potential of AI and how it is literally redefining the possibilities of our future. Now, we want to begin and answer the burning question, what is AI? And in the most simplest terms, AI stands for artificial intelligence, which refers to the development of computer systems that can perform tasks that usually require human intelligence. So we're talking about machines that can learn and reason and problem solve just like we do. Now, AI is not some sort of far-fetched futuristic concept. It's already a part of our daily lives each and every day. We are surrounded by voice assistants that help us manage our schedules and answer our questions. But what's also very fascinating about AI is how it can mimic human intelligence. It can take a vast amount of data and analyze it. It can identify patterns from it. This is machine learning and what we would call analyzing big data. And what's interesting is that not only can it take that data and identify patterns, but it can also make predictions with remarkable accuracy. It's like having an army of super smart robots working alongside humanity. AI is really a branch of computer science that focuses upon creating intelligent machines capable of performing those tasks that typically require human intelligence. Now, when we think about AI, we have narrow AI and we have general AI. Now, narrow AI is also known as weak AI, and it refers to AI systems that are designed for a specific task. We talked about voice assistants, for example, Alexa, or maybe a recommendation algorithm. And so what we want to think here is we want to think of narrow AI as like the specialist. It's the expert in a very specific task. It's designed to excel in one area and one area alone. So we think about, again, the algorithms that power voice recognition or image classification. They're focused. They're incredibly efficient at what they do. And narrow AI it's really out there. It's very abundant. It's all around us. It's making our lives easier and more convenient. But then we have something known as general AI. And this is where we begin to enter what feels like the realm of science fiction. General AI, also known as strong AI, aims to develop machines that possess human-like intelligence, and that can really perform any intellectual task that a human being is capable of. So this is the grand vision, for AI, general AI, where we have AI systems that can reason and learn and adapt just like you and me. Now, here's the deal. Narrow AI, which is the weak AI, that's the first one we talked about, that's pretty far along. We've really seen a lot of development there. But general AI is still a work in progress. There's still a lot of dreaming going on. We're not quite there yet. Now, many people believe the day is going to come when we're going to see machines that can genuinely think and reason on par with humans. And that's really quite awe-inspiring when you think about it. But in all reality, we're just not quite there yet. So we're on the cusp of many of these realities coming to pass. So now that we've kind of explained basically the two different types of AI for our purposes here, and by the way, I want to stress at the very beginning, I'm an investor, but I am no expert at artificial intelligence. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a technologist. I'm simply an investor who is doing my very best to understand and then communicate to you what I'm understanding. And so there's probably many of you out there who know much more about AI and the ins and outs of it. What I am trying to do here is not give you an expert view or an expert, level college course in AI. This is simply just an overview to kind of help you understand why the investment theme is so incredible, why so many people are excited about the future of AI. So anyway, now that we've talked about, a couple of different types of AI, let's explore how this technology is revolutionizing various industries. And we can just think of several. So AI is revolutionizing different industries by automating mundane tasks, by optimizing processes, and by enabling data-driven decision-making. So we can look at different industries where this is happening. For example, just think about the healthcare industry. And there we have AI-powered diagnostic systems, medical image analysis, drug discovery. So we're seeing all kinds of interesting early detection of diseases like cancer through using AI with a fairly high accuracy, even assisting in surgical procedures. I mean, that's really a game changer that can save lives. But healthcare is just one exciting aspect where AI is helping. We also have it AI in finance, where you're getting fraud detection and algorithmic trading and personalized financial advice. AI algorithms are being used to detect fraudulent transactions in real time. That's saving millions of dollars in the finance industry. Machine learning models are analyzing vast amounts of financial data to identify patterns and make those predictions we were talking about. But then you also have transportation. Transportation, we have autonomous vehicles, route optimization, and traffic management, making our journeys safer, enhancing road safety and reducing accidents and transforming the way that we commute, in minimizing fuel consumption through route optimization algorithms and improving logistics efficiencies and, transportation and delivery. So we have many, many different industries that are being impacted. We also have the manufacturing industry, where we've had this for some time, robotics and predictive maintenance and quality control, right? Robotics and automation are driven by AI, and that's been a pretty big investment area and investment theme for some time, robotics and automation. But then we also have even customer service, and this is probably where many of us are familiar with AI, where you have chatbots like ChatGPT or virtual assistants, natural language processing, AI-powered chatbots and virtual assistants, as I had mentioned. I mean, a lot of this stuff is just pretty sci-fi. I mean, it's pretty wild, but we're also seeing that it's playing out right before our very eyes. Now, right now, as we look ahead to the future, we begin to see how AI is becoming an integral part of our daily lives. It's making some of our tasks easier. It's making them more convenient. It's making them more personalized. We have things like Siri and Alexa and Google Assistant that helps us with tasks like setting reminders and answering questions and controlling smart home devices. You have personalized recommendations powered by AI algorithms, designed to enhance your entertainment experience or to suggest movies or books or music that you might like, tailored to your preferences. We have AI-powered navigation systems like Google Maps, providing real-time traffic updates, right? Suggesting nearby places of interest. And And we talked about some of these others as well. AI-driven healthcare applications, wearable devices and mobile apps, monitoring our vital signs, and providing personalized health recommendations. We have AI-powered language translation tools that facilitate communication across different languages. And we have AI-powered smart home devices automating tasks like adjusting the temperature in your home or controlling the lighting based upon, certain criteria, managing energy consumption and all of this. We have AI-driven recommendation engines in e-commerce platforms that really are helping, these online platforms so that they can suggest products based upon browsing history and preferences. You have so many different types of ways in which AI is really learning and adapting to our preferences, our tastes. And over time, AI is becoming more intuitive. It learns and understands your preferences. It understands your habits. It even understands your quirks. It's like having a personal assistant who knows you inside and out. And so many people are, rightly wondering where all of this is heading. Well, I don't really have an answer for you when it comes to that, because certainly there are concerns about the ethical considerations that we should be thinking about. Obviously, there's a lot of potential unintended consequences that could arise from this powerful technology where we have the ability to do so much, but what's the cost? There are concerns about this rapid technological advancement. It's evolving so rapidly that there is concern that the pace of development may outstrip our ability to understand and control its implications. And that's where you run into unintended consequences, right? Things that we didn't mean to do that we end up, kind of promoting and we could have catastrophic consequences from some forms of these. And in fact, I would suggest that that's very likely to be the case. Malicious use, and this is what I'm talking about, malicious AI applications could exploit vulnerabilities. Certainly, it could affect global security and global stability whenever bad actors use AI in a really, malicious way. And again, there's all kinds of ethical considerations, as we had talked about, privacy concerns, the transparency even of, AI. There's lots and lots to consider, and that's not really our problem today. We're not really talking about all of the problems with AI or all the potential problems with AI because really, quite frankly, we can't know the future. But what we do know is that we're moving rapidly into a world that is powered by AI and is increasingly empowered by AI. Now, as a trading and investment podcast, what we really want to do is say, well, how do we profit from this new trend? And it's not really a new trend, by the way, but it's a new trend relatively because it's just recently that investors have come to the knowledge that this is a real meaningful breakthrough technology that's not stopping. Right? We've certainly seen that with the advent of ChatGPT. The world became aware that artificial intelligence was legit. Like it was really more advanced than many people had realized. And when I remember first trying out ChatGPT, many months ago, and while the novelty in some ways has kind of worn off for many people, you still have to remember the astonishment that you perhaps remember whenever you first used it. This is a very powerful tool, and it showed the world the possibilities here. And we're still early. I mean, we are still scratching the surface of what is possible with artificial intelligence. And there's so many different industries that are going to be disrupted because of it. It's a very exciting field. And so what I want to do is I want to talk on the other side of this break. We'll do a quick break. And then on the other side of this break, I want to talk about 5 or 6 different companies that we believe are poised for long-term growth. These are companies that are driving the AI revolution, and they're positioning themselves for success in this rapidly evolving landscape. And I just want to share, 5 or 6 different companies that we believe are going to do very well over the course of time. We own a couple of them. I'll tell you in full disclosure which ones we own, but we'll talk about that on the other side of this break. So if you're looking for ideas on how to invest in the AI boom, stick around for our next segment. We're going to come back and talk about some stocks, and we'll talk about how those companies are actually using AI and why they could really have a good future ahead. Hold tight. We'll see you on the other side of this break. Hey friends, it's Jerry Robinson here from Follow the Money Radio. You know, we just launched a very exciting live weekly webcast called Trends and Profits that I want you to be a part of. It is part of our membership. You have to be a member here at followthemoney.com to be able to enjoy this webcast. But what we do in this webcast is we provide you every week with valuable insights, trend alerts, actionable investing and trading ideas. And then you also have the opportunity to get your questions answered during our member Q&A segment. Each episode of the Trends and Profits webcast, which is every single week, is thoughtfully crafted to deliver 4 segments that will empower you to make smarter investment decisions. We begin with a news brief, helping you stay up to date with the latest market news that could impact your investment strategies. We analyze the current events and economic data and geopolitical trends to help you navigate this ever-changing market landscape. In segment 2, we move into trend alerts and help you stay ahead of the curve with our trend alerts. We share our expert analysis of market trends. We identify key opportunities and potential pitfalls, and we help you discover those emerging trends so you can unlock potential profits. And then in segment 3 of our new weekly webcast, we tackle actionable investing and trading ideas. So when you're ready to take action, this is the perfect segment for you. We present actionable ideas and strategies designed to help you capitalize on market trends, from stock picks to ETF trading strategies, crypto ideas. You'll receive practical guidance to help you achieve your financial goals. And then in our 4th segment, we spend time answering your questions, which matter to us greatly. We believe in the power of community and fostering a supportive learning environment. So during our member Q&A segment of our weekly live webcast, we address your specific queries. We provide insights and offer some general advice to help you overcome any hurdles you may face in your investing or trading journey. So our brand new Trends and Profits webcast for members only, I encourage you to check it out. You've got to be a member here. Of course, you got to go to followthemoney.com/join. Become a member today. Start your 7-day free trial. Check it out. If you want to be a better investor, a better trader, you want good ideas delivered to you in your inbox every single day, Follow the Money. That's where you want to go. Followthemoney.com/join. We're here for you. We want to help you in 2023. I'll see you on the other side. All right, friends, welcome back to Follow the Money Radio. You can find us online at followthemoney.com. My name is Jerry Robinson. Great to have you back for segment 2. We talked about in the first segment, we explored the fascinating world of AI. We witnessed how it's transforming industries and enhancing our daily routines. But now in this second segment, it's time to dive into an exciting topic of the stocks that are really poised for long-term growth from AI. So we want to dive into these companies that are driving the AI revolution and positioning themselves for success in this rapidly evolving landscape. And what I want to do is I just want to talk about 5. Actually, I got 6 companies here that I want to discuss, and they're in no particular order. These are companies that are not going to be new to you. Everyone has heard of these companies, very likely. But that's really the way that AI is set up. You're going to have a few companies that are on the fringe that you haven't heard of, and it's worth looking for those small cap companies that may emerge. But the idea really is that because we have such very large corporations that are already way ahead of the game on AI, it's very likely that these companies I'm going to be talking about today would be likely to buy those emerging leaders before they ever became a real threat to these companies we're going to be talking about. So these are some of the companies that we want to talk about. I want to start off, first up, we have Meta Platforms, the company formerly known as Facebook. Now, Facebook, of course, is a very controversial company. There's all kinds of opinions about Facebook. I personally am not a big fan of using Facebook. It's not my favorite social media platform by far. But nonetheless, personal opinions and preferences aside, we have to admit that Meta is utilizing AI in many different ways across its platforms and services. And I just want to talk about some of those. So first of all, when you look at the Facebook news feed and the content ranking, you'll see AI algorithms are analyzing user preferences and behaviors. They're personalizing the content displayed in user news feeds. And this is a major use of AI over at Meta. They also have facial recognition AI-powered facial recognition technology that helps users identify and tag people in photos. You've probably seen that. They use AI for automated content moderation, which are employed to automatically detect and remove violating content, hate speech, graphic violence, and spam. So AI is actually used for that purpose. Advertising and targeting. AI algorithms are used to optimize ad targeting on Meta platforms, and they use AI very heavily in advertising. They also use it in language translation and processing. They use it in chatbots and virtual assistants, image and object recognition, and even marketplace and recommendations. And so it's important to know that Meta Platforms is just continually investing in AI research and development to enhance its already very robust AI capabilities. And they seem to be, at least on the surface, people would argue about this, of course, and it's controversial, but Meta claims that they're prioritizing the responsible use of AI, incorporating safeguards and human oversight to address ethical concerns and to ensure user privacy. Now, again, I don't consider anything private whenever I post anything on social media. You're just giving data to a social media company. But again, many people discounted Meta in 2022 when it nosedived. You remember Facebook really got hit? Mark Zuckerberg was talking about the metaverse, and it seemed like investors just kind of lost their excitement for, Facebook. But since that time, we've seen Meta come back in a very strong way. And in fact, later this year, Facebook is going to be unveiling more AI tools, creation tools, and things like that. So we would be keeping an eye on this company as it continues to shape the future of AI and social media. We would not count it out. Next on our list is the tech giant Microsoft. Now, its AI capabilities are deeply integrated into their products like Microsoft Azure and Office 365. And so when you look at Microsoft, you really have to see them as the key leader, really, in AI-driven solutions for business. And they're leveraging AI across, many of their products and services, many of their research initiatives. So some of the ways that Microsoft is using AI is, again, we mentioned Microsoft Azure, which is their cloud computing platform, and that offers a range of AI services and tools. And then you have Cortana, which is Microsoft's virtual assistant, which utilizes AI for personalized assistance across different devices. And then you have Microsoft Office 365, which the company just announced a brand new solution for Office 365, where they're going to be charging $30 per user to provide a robust set of artificial intelligence tools with Office. And that's, of course, going to be a big revenue driver for the company. You have Microsoft Dynamics 365, which is for business applications, customer interactions, and sales and all of this. And then you also have healthcare AI. Microsoft is actively working on AI applications in the healthcare industry. They're looking at medical image analysis, disease diagnosis. So this gets into the healthcare side. And of course, Microsoft has done a tremendous amount of AI research and development. They're a major player in the fund as far as being a backer of ChatGPT, OpenAI's ChatGPT. And they have also recently added more to that investment, really just kind of plowing in. Plus, they've also been empowering their search engine with AI, ChatGPT-like qualities that make the Bing search engine a bit more useful. This has caused many investors and many analysts to say, well, this could really potentially harm, Google, which is, for a long time had no competition when it comes to search engines. Google controls 90 to 95% of the entire search market, search engine market, which they've had that position for a long time, and Microsoft is no upstart, and they're coming after Google's search business with Bing. Now, that may sound like a joke because, again, if you've used Bing, any time in the past, you know that it's not really that great of a search engine relative to Google. Some people may disagree, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with Microsoft and their search engine, whether they're able to use AI in a way that's able to exceed customer expectations and really draw people away from Google. But that will be a very interesting space to watch. But anyway, those are just some of the few of the examples that how Microsoft is utilizing AI across its products, its services, And that's another major company to watch. Now, let's turn our attention now to another company. So we've already talked about Facebook. We've talked about Microsoft. Now let's talk about one of the ones that you may not be thinking about when it comes to AI. I certainly wasn't thinking about it. In fact, the way we came up with this list was we have something called our Smart Score ranking system here at Follow the Money, where we use 7 different criteria on a fundamental analysis basis. And we look for those companies that are, just doing better than other companies when it comes to several different fundamental criteria. And quite frankly, I wasn't too surprised by this, but I was surprised to see it up so high in the list. And that was Adobe. Adobe is very well known for its creative software, but Adobe is harnessing the power of AI to revolutionize design and marketing and content creation. And they're incorporating AI technology into their suite of creative software and digital experience solutions. I've been a customer of Adobe Creative Cloud for a long time, using different tools like Photoshop and Illustrator and, Premiere Pro and Audition. I'm a pretty big Adobe fan, but you don't really tend to think of AI and Adobe in the same sentence. But the truth is that Adobe is one of the most aggressive when it comes to AI. Their Creative Cloud applications are integrating AI when it comes to enhancing productivity and streamlining workflows. Photoshop, for example, uses AI-powered tools like content-aware fill and select subject to automate complex editing tasks. Illustrator leverages AI to assist in generating vector graphics and font pairings. And then you also have Premiere Pro, I had mentioned, which is used in Hollywood for by many different filmmakers, and they're incorporating AI for automated video editing, right, and scene analysis. And then you also have Adobe Stock, which is a platform for stock photos. They're employing AI-powered visual search capabilities. So users can search for images using keywords, and that actually uses AI. That requires AI. They have document intelligence services. The Document Cloud is incorporating AI. And of course, they're investing heavily in AI research to drive advancements in the creative field. The creative space is one not to forget, where AI is really going to help those in the creative space. It's going to empower creatives. It's going to empower marketers. It's going to empower businesses with intelligent tools and automation to help them work more efficiently and deliver personalized experiences, unlock new creative possibilities. This is all thanks to AI, and Adobe is taking advantage of it. So Adobe is one that I would certainly be looking at if I was looking for companies in the AI space. Now, in addition to Adobe, we've got Facebook, we've got Microsoft, we've got Adobe. Let's name a few more. The next one on the list we own, and we were talking about it all through 2022 to our members, and talking about the company as it was falling in price, and people were saying, "Oh, this company is can it last? Is it going to go away?" And that company is NVIDIA. When you think about NVIDIA, you think about it's literally synonymous with AI innovation. I mean, it's a powerhouse. Their advanced GPUs, their graphic processing units, are the standard today. And NVIDIA is driving AI breakthroughs across many different industries. And I got to admit, I'm excited about NVIDIA more so today than perhaps I have been in a long time. Even with prices up the way they are. I mean, I'm not chasing the stock. I'm not continuing just to buy. But when it went down in 2022, it certainly caught my attention, and I was dollar cost averaging in, because to me, it's a company that is very well run, and it's a company that I think could really do well over the long term. Now, again, I could be biased because I own it, but that's how I view it. When you look at NVIDIA, though, they have AI hardware. Their GPUs are widely used for training and deploying AI models. And their GPUs are just second to none. I mean, you have companies like AMD that are trying to kind of break into the field. Again, NVIDIA controls 90% of the GPU market, and we really don't see that changing anytime soon. NVIDIA develops and supports deep learning software frameworks. There's many of those that are pretty popular, CUDA and a few others. And then you also have autonomous vehicles. Now, this is something that many people don't know also. NVIDIA is actively involved in the development of AI technology for autonomous vehicles. Their platform is called NVIDIA Drive, appropriately, and it provides AI-powered capabilities for perception and mapping and planning and enabling autonomous driving and advanced driver assistance systems, known as ADAS. This may be one of the most difficult applications for AI, and this is what we would call general AI. I mean, if you can get AI to drive a vehicle through the middle of a town and not run into a building or run into a person or run into a dog or run into a fire hydrant or run a stop sign or whatever, I mean, you've really got something. And while we have seen some of that, if you look at companies like Waymo, which is an investment made by Google, or if you look at Tesla, some of their full self-driving kinds of solutions, it's very powerful. Now, NVIDIA, for some time, Tesla was reliant upon NVIDIA, but they've since kind of moved to their own thing. But many of the other car companies are reliant upon NVIDIA. So while Tesla really has its own system, NVIDIA is empowering most of its competitors. So companies like BMW and Mercedes and Volkswagen and many of these others have just partnered with NVIDIA because they are leading the charge in this space for autonomous driving. And that's really powerful. AI and healthcare. Again, NVIDIA's AI technology is used in healthcare applications. It's very, very popular. Supercomputing relies upon NVIDIA's powerful GPU architecture. They build high-performance computing systems, supercomputing applications, and they're used in some of the world's most powerful supercomputers. Gaming is another huge space for NVIDIA, and NVIDIA uses AI techniques in gaming to enhance graphics and to enhance visual experiences. And then, of course, you have robotics and automation, which, again, NVIDIA certainly has its AI technology applied in robotics and industrial automation. So, when you look at NVIDIA and its involvement in AI, you got to see that it spans across various industries, from hardware to software frameworks. The technologies and the expertise displayed by NVIDIA in AI is really just accelerating AI workloads. It's enabling AI-driven innovations in different industries. We're a fan of NVIDIA. We own NVIDIA for the long term. I have a long-term time horizon on it. But we think that as we see AI continue to blossom, NVIDIA is just it's really kind of like the old days when you think about people digging for gold in the gold rush, the guy who is selling the picks and the shovels, so NVIDIA is really the one who is standing there selling the picks and the shovels to those who are trying to rush in on the AI boom. So that's why you've seen NVIDIA do so well. Investors are have become very educated upon the fact that NVIDIA is really taking a stand here in this space, and it's going to be very difficult to dislodge them as we move forward. Okay, so a couple more companies. We talked about Meta, we talked about Microsoft, we talked about Adobe, we talked about NVIDIA. Now let's talk about a couple more companies. The next one is pretty obvious. We can't overlook Tesla. Right? Known for its electric vehicles, Tesla's not just a car company. Some people say that it is, but it's a force in AI development. And Tesla, which is led by, the very controversial CEO, Elon Musk, incorporates AI technology in many different aspects of its vehicles and operations. Here's just a few ways. Autopilot and full self-driving, also known as FSD. So Tesla's autopilot system uses AI algorithms and sensor fusion to enable advanced driver assistance features. The way you stay in your own lane and adaptive cruise control and automatic emergency braking. Now, occasionally you'll see stories about how, one of these cars has caught on fire, or they ran a red light, or they got into an accident, or, hit somebody or something, or hit an animal. And that's to be expected. Accidents happen all the time with human drivers. You would expect there would be some with autonomous driving, especially when we're just in the early innings of this. But it's my opinion that Tesla is really going to be the one that gets credit for cracking the nut on autonomous driving. And so for that reason, we have purchased Tesla. And again, we took advantage of the sell-off in 2022 to add that to our long-term portfolio. So Tesla is one that we really do think has a great, probably one of the very strongest candidates within the AI space. One of the leaders in AI is definitely Tesla, in our opinion. Again, I may be biased. I own the company, but but at the same time, we do expect to see good things as we move forward. But again, you also got things like over-the-air updates. Tesla's vehicles receive regular over-the-air software updates, and AI technology enables those updates. That's how it works. You have energy management and efficiency. So they use AI algorithms to optimize energy management in the vehicles, battery usage, for example, and driving conditions. When you look across the board for Tesla, you're seeing a lot of use of AI but in a really innovative way. And so the convergence of AI and transportation is one of the most exciting prospects, I think, in this field. And you have to admit that Tesla is leading the charge when it comes to that AI-powered transportation. So Tesla certainly belongs in this list, in our opinion. And then last but certainly not least, we have Alphabet, formerly known as Google. That's the tech giant that needs no introduction. We also own shares of Alphabet. So we're taking advantage of the 2022 sell-off in Alphabet and added it to our long-term portfolio. So now, when it comes to Alphabet, how are they using AI? Well, Google Search certainly utilizes AI algorithms to understand search queries, to provide relevant results, to improve the accuracy of search predictions and all of this. You also have Google Knowledge Graph, which is powered by AI. Google Assistant, which employs AI to understand natural language queries, right? And then to provide personalized responses. You also have Google Translate, which many people don't know that actually leverages AI to provide accurate and efficient translation services. Google Photos utilizes AI for various organization and categorization and image recognition and all of this. DeepMind, that's an AI research lab that was acquired by Alphabet. That also focuses upon developing cutting-edge AI technologies. And that's one that you really got to keep your eye on because they're really concocting some really interesting things with AI, especially in healthcare applications, protein folding and disease prediction. Very interesting stuff there. I also mentioned to you earlier Waymo, which if you're out on the West Coast, you can find that Waymo does have some self-driving vehicles in certain cities. I believe San Francisco is one. And they're focused upon developing self-driving technology. AI algorithms and machine learning are driving that. And it's difficult for autonomous vehicles to perceive the environment and to make real-time decisions, without human intervention. It's pretty wild. Now, I think the self-driving cars that they have out there do have human intervention. They do have somebody sitting in the driver's seat. So they can take over just in case there's a problem. But Waymo is another, call a subsidiary of Alphabet that is very much dependent upon AI. And then, of course, you also have Google Health, which is really involved in AI-driven healthcare initiatives. Again, medical imaging analysis, which is really about disease detection and then drug discovery, looking for ways to enhance patient care. You also have Alphabet X, formerly known as Google X, and that's the moonshot factory. And there's a lot of futuristic and ambitious projects that Alphabet X works on, robotics, some energy, communication. So they're tackling some pretty significant challenges, and that could always lead to some surprises as well. But Alphabet undoubtedly is at the forefront of AI research and development. They are integrating AI technologies across their products. They're using it to enhance Google search. They're using it to enhance personalization and virtual assistants, autonomous vehicles and healthcare and many other areas. And so, of course, Alphabet sits atop a vast amount of resources, and they are very dedicated to AI research. They're shaping the future of AI in ways that have potential to reshape our world. And so there you have 6 companies. None of them should be surprises. Maybe Adobe is a surprise in that list, but all of these companies, Meta, Microsoft, Adobe, NVIDIA, Tesla, and Alphabet, all major players when it comes to AI. And for those who say, well, I'm looking for a small company. I want to buy the penny stock company that's going to do well. I already know about these other companies. Well, what I would say to you is those little companies that you're looking for, you can go look for those. But I would suggest to you that it's very likely that those companies are going to be spotted by one of these major companies here, and they're going to be bought out. So, and that's a good thing. I mean, that may be your thing. You may be looking for small cap companies that will get bought out and kind of make them buyout candidates and invest for that reason. But I would say if you're looking for general exposure to AI, these are some of the companies that you would definitely want to look at. And in full disclosure, again, we own NVIDIA on this list. We own Tesla on this list. And we also own Alphabet on this list, and we own them for long term. They're in our long-term investment portfolio. So these are just a few of the top AI stocks that we believe are well positioned for long-term growth in this AI-dominated era. Keep a close watch on them as they continue to innovate and capitalize on the immense potential of AI. come to the end of this exciting episode, I'm reminded of a profound quote by Alan Turing, the brilliant mind behind early AI research. And he once said, "A computer would deserve to be called intelligent if it could deceive a human into believing that it was a human." Turing's words encapsulate the incredible potential of AI and its ability to mimic human intelligence in ways we never thought possible. Now, as we conclude our exploration of AI and the top stocks driving the revolution, I just want to leave you with a call to action, and that is to stay curious, remain hungry for knowledge, and keep learning. AI is evolving at an unprecedented pace, and while none of us may be able to keep up with all of the changes, we can keep a watchful eye on the companies leading the charge in AI innovation, and then we can seek out those opportunities that may be best suited to us. The possibilities are literally endless, and the rewards await those who dare to embrace this transformative technology. That's just something to think about. Remember, friends, when you want the truth about the global economy, just follow the money. Have a safe and prosperous week, and we'll see you right back here next time. Until then, God bless.
Information contained on the Follow the Money podcast is strictly for informational and educational purposes. It should not be construed as specific investment advice. The views and opinions of our guests and sponsors, including Tom Cloud, are their own and do not necessarily represent the views of FTMDaily.com or Robinson Media Group, LLC. Jerry Robinson does hold an insurance license and at times may offer consulting on life insurance and fixed retirement income products. Follow-up, individualized responses to email or phone requests that involve the rendering of personalized investment advice for compensation will not be made absent compliance with state investment advisor registration requirements or an applicable exemption or exclusion and applicable insurance regulations. Past performance is not indicative of future results. You should be aware of the real risk of loss in following any strategy or investment discussed on the podcast. Remember, never do your financial planning through podcast or radio. It's your money. Be wise. Do your due diligence and always consult a trusted financial professional before making any financial decisions.